We're live. Welcome to week 15 of the NFL season game pick show with your host, the CEO slash owner, So Real Studios LLC, Lamar Sorrell, and my co-host, like always, Jesse. He must have crushed last week because he got it as his middle name. What's going on, man?
What's good, my brother?
Reggie, he's unable to make it tonight. I believe work is kicking his ass as of right now. However, his picks will be made. His picks definitely will be made, so I will be announcing them. Anybody that wants to let us know their picks, just leave it in the comments section. If you want to talk shit about your team, if we pick against them, leave it in the comments. Get the comments rolling today, but let's go over what happened last week. Week 14. So Jesse, I guess you said you crushed it last week. Indeed, you did. You went 11-3. You're
No,
number one.
sir. Mm-mm.
You went 11-3, then.
12-2.
What two you get wrong?
Lions, Broncos, Rams, Cards.
Lions, Broncos. Hold on. Where is that game?
Which one?
Oh yeah, you did pick the Detroit Lions, didn't you?
And I picked the Cardinals.
Yeah, you took the Cardinals. You ain't picked the Hold up. I see my fuckery. I picked my W looked like an L. So you did go 12-2. My apologies. So you're 132-75. So you two up on me. How did that feel? 12-2. Damn.
Feels wonderful. It's hard being up here at the top. Everybody's gunning for you all the time. But I told y'all last week there's going to be no more freebies. I'm really going to lock down, do my homework, and make sure I'm picking winners. And I know I'm going to hear some shit talking about me picking the Lions. I truly expect them to play better than they did. And it is what it is.
Damn, I can't believe I had the fact that I had an L by the Saints. That's the reason why I counted a third L. But that's clearly a W because the Saints did beat the Jets. My record 130-77. I'm only two behind, which means I still got a chance. Two behind is not that bad, and I believe that this week will be the start of something very good because even though he crushed it last week, that is past tense. Present tense is I will be crushing it this week. We shall see, though. We definitely shall see.
We shall see. It's
And
going to
Reggie,
be some crazy, crazy games this week.
it is. It's definitely some crazy game this week. And Reggie, we got to get his record out there. 126-81. He's 6 behind you, 4 behind me. And I think more than likely he's going to be like, it's still another week. We still got 4 more weeks left in the season. So he's not out of it.
He's not out of it. He's still got a shot. Just depends on what he picks and how the games go. We know it doesn't really matter what you pick. They still got to play.
That is true. All right, so let's get started. Let's get to these games, man. Let's start with the first one. Thursday night football. We got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the LA Chargers at SoFi Stadium. Chiefs are 3-point favorite. And you know what? I decided to do something new, Jesse. And the new thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to announce how many people are on the COVID list. Because we got so many people on the COVID list this year so far.
It's running rampant right now.
Man, it's going crazy. Somebody tell Omarion to get away. I mean, Omicron to get away. So, let's go back to this game. The Chiefs, they are hot right now. 9-4. 3-2 on the road. Chargers 8-5, 4-3 at home. Chiefs been winning. I mean, I think they done won their last 5 or 6 games at least.
I think they won 6 in a row.
6 in a row.
I think so.
Man, while the Chargers, on the other hand, they did come off of a good win last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
They beat the Giants. So they done won 2 straight, and they done scored at least 38 points in the last 2 games. So, Jesse, this deserves a solo. Who you got?
This is probably the game of the week. I believe this to be a shootout battle. It's going to be who's going to have the better secondary. In the past, and the matchup earlier this year, Patrick Mahomes was not Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs' defense was not playing up to par. They were riddled with injuries. And Justin Herbert got the best of them, threw for like 4 touchdowns, 300+ yards. I do not think that's going to happen again. We know Patrick Mahomes likes to play with a chip on his shoulders. As of late, he's making a lot better decisions. And his defense, his secondary is playing above average, very well against the pass. But even better than that is his pass rushers are getting after the quarterback. On the flip side, you've got the offensive line for the Chargers who have given up, I want to say, the fewest sacks in the league, if not, first or second in the league, and given up fewest amount of sacks. But I do not think that Justin Herbert is going to be able to establish a running game against this pass and run defense, or this run defense, and then the passing attack that he's going to try to put up is going to get shut down because he's going to be put under pressure, which he hasn't been all season. I see the Chiefs in a close game outright. They're going to beat them by a touchdown.
So you got the Chiefs? Okay. Okay. I know you don't like being solo for that long. I'm sorry. All right. So, if y'all didn't know, Jesse did pick the Kansas City Chiefs. And I would like to acknowledge the fact that Reggie, I just got one quote to say on Reggie's pick. Go, Chargers, go. Yes, you heard it right, ladies and gentlemen. Reggie did pick the Chargers to win this game. He believed in the Chargers. So, Jesse, you got the Chiefs. Reggie's got the Chargers. Now it's my turn. Update. One player from the Chargers got COVID, so he will not play tonight. And 3 from the Chiefs. Well, 4. Yeah, 4 players from the Chiefs. And one of them including Josh Gordon. So, Josh Gordon will not be playing tonight. Chiefs hot. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Chiefs are hot. I mean, we seen them struggle earlier this year. And it's not even the fact that Pat Mahomes is leading his team to victories. It's the defense. The defense has been leading these teams, leading these games to victories. They beat the Cowboys, in which they only allowed 9 points against the Cowboys, even though they only scored 19. They just beat the Raiders. They made the Raiders look like a college football team. Matter of fact, made them look like Georgia. You seen what Georgia did against Alabama in the SEC championship game. That's how the Chiefs have been playing on defense lately. The Chargers, on the other hand, they do got a hot quarterback in Justin Herbert. I really like their wide receivers. I think Keenan Allen is playing.
Yeah, I think he's back.
He is playing. I do like Austin Eckler. And I do like their tight ends. The tight ends pretty good too. Justin Herbert, he had beat this team before. He beat this team earlier this year. I believe it was week 3. And that was like the beginning of the downfall of the Chiefs, because I think they lost like 3 in a row at that time. But they they've been hot. So this was a difficult game. And if I'm a betting man, I would not bet on this game whatsoever because this is difficult. This is definitely difficult. However, I have to pick one winner, and I am picking the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning this one, man. I really have the Chiefs coming through with the win, and I would not be shocked if it came down to the final drive for Pat Mahomes to lead that team to victory. I got the Chiefs.
Respect. The defense is just too hot right now.
Yeah, defense is hot. But I do think Justin Herbert will be able to get at least 20 on them.
I mean, what they played the Raiders last week, which we know the Raiders offensive line isn't fantastic, but I think they gave up 5 sacks and like 6 quarterback hits.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the pass rush is just ridiculous right now.
I win. Where's McKinney? He probably too busy trying to watch it. But yeah, you got one person that picked your team, the Chargers, and that's Reggie. So attack him. All right, let's move on to Saturday, which is shocking. Saturday games. First one we're gonna talk about is the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Raiders are a minus 3.5 point favorite, and y'all wondering why. Let me tell you why. The Cleveland Browns have so many people on the COVID list, it's ridiculous. They have, as of counting right now, 29 people on the COVID list, including Baker Mayfield, Case Keenum. So that's both of their that's both of the quarterbacks. Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, John Johnson, their DB, Troy Hill, another DB, Ronnie Harrison, another DB. I mean, yeah, they pretty much beat down when it comes to COVID. And I think for the Raiders ain't got that much. Raiders got none. Nobody's on the COVID list for the Raiders. They are COVID free. So Vegas must be doing something special down there. All right. If this game is played, in which I believe it will be played because they still got enough players to play. Jesse, who you got winning this one?
Well, with basically the first and second string quarterback on the COVID list, your top receiver on the COVID list, you become one-dimensional. Not to mention your tight end on the COVID list, you become one-dimensional. And you're going to have to run the football. Cleveland can run the football. Nick Chubb and who's his two-headed D?
Hunt ain't playing.
He ain't playing?
Nah, he hurt.
Oh, so all I got is Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb going to have to run the rock. One-dimensional. Darren Waller is out. I got to go with my guy, Derek Carr. Got the Raiders.
All right. I really don't have too much to say on this one. I'm pretty much picking them by default. I got the Raiders. Derek Carr, this is no excuse. You have no excuse on losing this game. Even though you don't have your top target in Darren Waller, you still have wide receivers compared to the fact that Baker ain't. Well, I can't even say Baker. Case Keenum. Can't even say Case Keenum. Nick Mullins is the starting quarterback right now. If nobody gets a negative test, and by tomorrow? Because I think you got to have two negatives 24 hours before game start. So by tomorrow, if Baker or Case don't have a negative test, Nick Mullins will be the starting quarterback. And yeah, you should be able to beat them. I got the Raiders. And guess who Reggie got?
No,
the Raiders. Nah, they got the Raiders. Ain't no way he picking the Browns. He got the Raiders. He do have the Raiders. All right. That does it for that one. Let's go to the other Saturday night game. We got the New England Patriots taking on the Indianapolis Colts. New England Patriots, man. Can you say anything about them besides how great they've been playing so far?
You really can't. It's become an anomaly. Like you hear over the years how great uh, Bill Belichick and his coaching staff that he surrounds himself with is able to produce wins with a lot of players that are throwaway players from other teams they don't want anymore, bad contracts, et cetera, et cetera. Not not guys that are going to be on your Wheaties boxes, minus Tom Brady or Gronk, which are no longer there. Uh, it's probably the most impressive thing I've seen in the NFL this year is how well the Patriots have put things together.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But they are taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Both teams coming off of a bye. Colts are a 2.5 point favorite, which is
Wow,
shocking.
why? Because they're at home.
They're at home. Well, they give you 3 for being at home, but they saying that they pretty much is both balanced, both on well balanced between the two. They believe in Jonathan Taylor. They believe that Carson Wentz can bring up a little bit. If he can just give you an inch of 2016 Carson Wentz, then should be able to make some kind of win in this one. But it's the decision between us two. So Jesse, who you got in this?
As I open my mouth right now, I haven't made my mind up. I'm sitting here back and forth, and I'm trying to figure it out. Colts run defense is very strong. Uh, we know that the Patriots they ran the ball 2 weeks ago. 98% of the time, I think Mac Jones threw for like 20 yards in a victory. On the flip side, you got Jonathan Taylor, definitely in the MVP talks. You got Carson Wentz, who's healthy right now, who's trying to be the 2017 version of himself. The Colts secondary has played stingy all year. This is a tough game, but I've got to go to the the defensive line and the linebacking group with the Indianapolis Colts. The defensive line and linebackers group for the Indianapolis Colts are probably some of the best you're going to see in the game. And we know now that the Patriots are a run-heavy team, not just because of the game where they only threw the ball 3 times. I mean, they're a balanced team, and they're going to be able to get after Mac Jones, possibly make him make a bad decision, even though he hasn't made many. And the linebackers are going to be able to stunt and drop back into coverage and stop the run. They're not giving up. I think they're giving up less than 3 yards or right at 3 yards to running backs this year per carry. So I've got to go with the Colts defense. Respect to the Patriots, I just don't think they're going to be able to pull this one out. It'll be a close game.
Mm. So you have the Colts.
I got the Colts.
Oh my goodness. So before I do mine, let me go ahead and give you the results of Reggie, if you want to know. Reggie decided that this was a tough one for him, but at the end of it all, he decided to go with
Roll Tide. Oh,
he decided to go with the Colts. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything you said, I agree with 100%. This game will be a make or break for one player and one player only. Mac Jones. Mac Jones, you won't be able to do what you did last time, run the ball so many times that you only throw it 3 times. Not against this Colts defense. This Colts defense is a top-notch defense, has been all this year. And they definitely been one of the reasons why they've been winning, and they 7-6. However, Patriots haven't lost on the road this whole season. 6-0. Very, very incredible indeed. Too bad they're gonna get their first one tomorrow, Saturday, because I got the Colts.
Everybody's got the Colts.
2017 Carson Wentz will come out of nowhere. I'm predicting over 300 yards passing, 2 TDs, and 1 rushing TD. 3 TDs total from your boy, Carson Wentz.
Respect. Although I don't know if the 2017 version, because I've got to give respect to the defensive lineman that the Patriots got, that Judah. That kid's been beast mode. Judon all year long. And he's probably going to get to Carson a few times this weekend.
I definitely agree on that. All right. So we all riding with the Colts. Let's move on to the next one. This is a pretty quick one right here indeed. We got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Cam has been trash.
I told you.
That's pretty much all I can say about that one. They're going up against the Bills, even though they did lose last week. It was a very incredible game against the Buccaneers. Even, it took overtime for them to lose.
Overtime.
However, I think we all are picking the Bills, right?
Yeah, I got the Bills. You throw up 24 unanswered points in the fourth quarter against a top-tier defense that the Buccaneers have. Panthers ain't gonna be able to score with you. They got a decent defense, but they can't score with you.
Okay, Reggie, he got the Bills, and I got the Bills. Will they cover? That would be the bigger question.
What's the spread?
Minus 10.5.
Ooh. Why they have to go a half? Why they have to do that? So I got to pick.
They make it tough. They got to win by at least 11.
Yeah. I think it's a score fest because they're playing at Buffalo.
They are playing at home.
I got to say that the Bills do cover it.
Okay, I agree. Bills will cover. I don't know about Reggie's pick, but Reggie probably agree with us too. They will cover. All right, let's go to another quick one. We got the Arizona Cardinals on the road taking on the Detroit Lions. Now, I know you did pick the Lions last week. You believe that they will get them a win. I highly doubt that you're going to pick them this week. We're all got the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, I know I do. I know you do. And Reggie ain't finna give us that freebie.
Nah. Will they cover?
Spread.
Minus 12.5.
They play teams tough, man. They don't just necessarily get blowed out.
That's true.
But 12.5.
And D-Hop is out.
Yeah, D-Hop is out for the year. They got anybody
out for the regular
yet?
season. Now, just make sure people know it's just the regular season here. He coming back in the playoffs.
They got anybody on the COVID list? Any COVID update?
I can look at the COVID as of right now. As of right now, the Arizona Cardinals have one player on the COVID list, and that's the center.
And you said it was 12.5?
Yeah.
The
Detroit Lions, however, they have 9 players on the COVID list. So,
I know they ain't got Swift. I know they ain't got Williams. Who else they ain't got?
Williams is out. Nicole Roby-Coleman is a cornerback. If y'all don't know who he is, just ask Reggie. Reggie know him very well. He is Mr. P.I. I call him Mr. P.I. Yeah, thanks to you. I love that man. I just really do because he did help us get to the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. So,
12.5 points. I think the Cardinals cover it.
yeah, it's pretty much defensive players, man. They out besides Jamal Williams. That's pretty much the only offensive person that got COVID. Yeah, I believe after that bad loss against us on Monday night, I believe they will bounce back and blow them out. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Lions. Taking that L today. Well, this Sunday. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got the New York Football Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. Jets, they're trash. And let's just be honest with you. Jets are trash. 3-10, 1-5 on the road. Dolphins coming off of a bye. They're 6-7, but they have been playing really well as of late. Dolphins are a 9.5-point favorite. Do you believe that the Dolphins will cover? Because I know we all got the Dolphins, right?
I got the Dolphins, but I don't think they cover because Jalen's out.
Oh, yeah. Jalen Waddle is out. He is on the COVID list.
So then they just got Gesicki and yeah, I mean Tua's going to have to find somebody else. I'm not saying he can't. I think they'll win, but I don't think they cover.
Let me look at the Miami Dolphins right quick before we move on. Philip Lindsay, the running back, they just hold on. Gaskins, Ahmed, and Lindsay on COVID. That's 3 running backs. So no wonder everybody been picking up Malcolm Brown on the in fantasy so far. God damn it, all of them got COVID. Damn work fucked me up. I don't care. Yeah, I believe that they won't cover. I agree. But everybody got the Dolphins. They won't cover. Damn. Sneaky bastards. Boy,
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy to me? And this is a kind of off subject, but on subject. You know who ain't on the COVID list?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
No. Obviously, the shit that he used works. so he hasn't been on COVID as late. All right, let's go to the next one. We got the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Football Giants. Cowboys are a 10.5-point favorite. Giants are the Giants. I don't think Danny Dimes is playing.
Danny Dimes is out.
So
they got Glennon. Mike Glennon.
Oh, Mike Glennon. Oh, former.
Buck.
Yeah, he was a Buccaneer. He was.
Yeah.
Didn't he come?
He was a backup to Dilfer, wasn't he?
Yeah, but didn't he play for y'all one time?
He might have. I mean, he might have backed up.
I remember him signing a big contract for y'all. I think it was
Mike Glennon.
Yes, Glennon.
Yes. We started him for like 2 games. Paid him and kicked his ass out. Don't come back. Get out of Chicago no more.
I remember that. I was like, they paying him that much, Mike Glennon? Really?
We like to waste money. We like to waste money.
How you get 10 mil?
I mean, just because we got it, we gonna spend it, even though they ain't gonna play up to par.
That was ridiculous. But we all got the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
What they cover?
What's the COVID list on that game?
You want to see the COVID?
That depends on the 10.5.
Let me see that Cowboys. Let's go to Dallas. Dallas Cowboys. They had COVID earlier this year. They only got one player. One player on COVID. Why then? Let's go to New York. It really doesn't matter when it comes to the New York Football Giants.
10.5 Cowboys covered. Yeah. Just because New York ain't going to be able to score.
They got 7. And most of them is wide receivers and DB. And that's Kadarius Toney. He's still on the COVID list. Adoree Jackson. That's a good defense DB. And he on the COVID.
I think he's their best one.
Yeah, he is.
And we got all 3 of our receivers healthy.
And then Xavier McKinney, he's on the COVID list. That's another DB. Yeah, they ain't gonna have no DB. So Cowboys wide receivers should be able to snap. I got them covering too. I got them covering. Reggie probably got him covering too. He got the Cowboys, even though he don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you need to go on and change his pick to the G-Men because he hates the Cowboys. I don't even think he'd be mad at you.
I don't think so either. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one we can actually have a solo on. We have the Washington football team taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Washington football team coming off that bad loss against the Cowboys, they are 6-7. Eagles are the same, 6-7. Eagles are 1-4 at home. That's pretty bad. Eagles are coming off of a bye. Now, when it comes to, I don't know if Taylor Heinicke gonna play because he did get that concussion, and I think he was unable to finish the game last Sunday.
Yeah, he didn't finish last Sunday.
So, yeah, that's probably the reason why it's a 9.5-point favorite for the Eagles. Jesse, who you got in this matchup?
This even though Heinicke could possibly not play or is probable to not play, it was still kind of a tough matchup. Just because Washington's run defense has been pretty stingy as of late, and they're going up against the number one running offense in the league right now with the Eagles, with three guys at their disposal that can gash. Not to mention their quarterback. I think Jalen's back, so I've got the Eagles getting their second win at home in this one. But I don't know if they cover that big spread.
That is a massive spread. That is. Yeah, that is. All right, so before I go, I want to give you Reggie's pick. Reggie said he riding with football team.
Well, you know what? I think he's back in the closet. I think he is a closet Washington fan now.
I told didn't he tell you no closets around here?
Because you were saying he was always a closet Browns fan, but judging by the way he's been picking this year, I really think he's in love with the Washington football team.
Hey, he has been picking them as of
late. He got a lot of faith in Taylor Heinicke, who might not play. Probably won't play.
Probably won't play. So I got news for you, Reggie. Even though you did pick the Washington football team, have you looked at the COVID list for the Washington football team? Obviously, you haven't, because as of right now, they have 26 people on the COVID list, and that's including Kyle Allen, backup quarterback. So I don't even know who their third string quarterback is. Kendall Fuller, heard of him before? He's pretty good. Jonathan Allen, very good. Matt Adonis, he's good, defensive player. Dang, they're missing a lot. And I don't even know who's going to be the starting quarterback. So, obviously, I got the Eagles. Jalen Hurts needs to have an incredible game, and I believe he will do so, especially with all these people in COVID. COVID's pretty much making it easy for us to pick. I'm going to be honest with
you. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd agree with that.
All right. Let's move on to this game right here. We got the Tennessee Titans on the road taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Tennessee Titans are 9-4, 4-2 on the road. I believe they did win last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And breaking news, my former Ohio State head coach, Urban Meyer, has been fired by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Too much touching. I believe that's the reason why. He's too much touching. He touched on a young girl at the club. Then he ended up kicking the kicker. So, yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, too much touching. Too much touching for Urban Meyer. He need to keep his hands and feet to himself. That's
Don't
pretty.
they teach that in grade school?
Yeah, they taught him that in grade school. Obviously, he didn't listen. This game is even. The line is even, so it's a coin flip. That's crazy.
COVID list?
As of right now, the COVID list for the Tennessee Titans is only two people, and that's Dez Fitzpatrick, a wide receiver, the main one. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers, they got two also. I don't know why this is an even game. You see what Pittsburgh did last week? I think it's an even game because automatically they give you 3 just for being a home team. So, however, they saying that the Titans will cover that 3, but they don't know what else they're gonna do. So, Jesse, you need a solo for this one. Who you got?
This is a hard pick for me. I just want to know if TJ Watt is going to play. That is the question. He is questionable. He plays, Steelers win. He doesn't play, Steelers lose. But I've got to go with the information and keep my fingers crossed. Big Ben, he decided to hang him up after this year. I think the guys are playing inspired all of a sudden. Titans secondary is softer than most. I think Claypool has a big game, and Big Ben pulls it out. Please, TJ Watt, play.
So, you got the
I
Steelers.
got the Steelers. If TJ Watt plays.
You see how I put it on there?
If TJ Watt plays.
Steelers. All right. Now, Reggie got the Steelers also. So, I believe he agrees with whatever you said, everything that you said, because he does have the Steelers in this one. My turn. Now, on last week, I picked my dad's team. I picked the Steelers. And the Steelers let me down. I mean, let me down really, really bad. Because it was 29-0 at halftime. They found a way to come back, but they still found a way to lose. They still lost. I don't know who in the world is that's hurt. Oh, he got to be on defense. Man, I feel bad for him. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, I don't want to pick them again. However, Steelers are at home. And before, I'm going to reveal it. I picked the Steelers. My daddy told me this last night. He was actually happy that they lost. All because I picked the Steelers and I bash Big Ben all the time. So he was like, that's what you get. That's what you get. You always talking about Big Ben. And he lost for you. He's never going to win for you. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep picking them. I got the Steelers in this one. And I'm not believing in bitch ass Big Ben yet again.
You know, if they figured out a way, which I'm sure there is a way, to factor in the wins and the losses as into points for fantasy for the quarterbacks as another stat, I think that'll change it up some. Because Big Ben showed out last week. Got some points, 300 plus, threw for 3.
He got a lot.
I think his passer rating was like 130, something like that.
Yeah, he did.
Still
it was still lost. So we all got the Steelers, except you. You only got them if TJ Watt played.
But we can't make conditional picks. Obviously, I got the Steelers.
Okay. You got the Steelers.
Based on the information at hand. I just got my fingers crossed, hoping he plays.
I understand.
But I won't be surprised if they lose, if he don't play.
I understand. I totally understand. All right. Let's go to this game right here. This is the battle of the terrible teams. We got the Houston Texans, who is 2-11, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars without a head coach, who is also 2-11. Jacksonville is a 5-point favorite, though. This does deserve a solo because this is
What this deserves is, with that 5-point favorite stuff, is a COVID list update.
Let's go to the COVID list. Which one you want first? The Houston Texans?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the Houston Texans. Houston Texans, as of right now, has 8 people on the COVID list. Most of them are on defense, including DeMarcus Walker, Christian Kirksey, Terrence Brooks, who is a DB, Terrence Mitchell is a DB, and the only offensive player is Jalen Samuels. So that's theirs. Now let's go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have 0. Nobody's on COVID.
Well, that's interesting.
Indeed.
However, it doesn't change my pick. In this battle for the bottom of the barrel, they got a new coach coming in at this next season. I think they're going to get the number 1 pick this next season because I think the Houston Texans find a way to pull out a victory in a terrible, terrible, terrible football game to watch.
So you got the Texans?
I got the Texans.
Wow.
Davis Mills, baby.
Wow. Okay. So you believe in upset. Guess who Reggie believes in? The upset. He got the Texans also. So, you thought you were going to be solo on that one, didn't you?
I did. I thought I was going to get me one on both of y'all.
Well, too bad, because I'm the one that's solo. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this one. Trevor Lawrence finally has a good game. He finally has a head coach that actually want to believe in him. I believe that the Texans are pretty much trying to get a top 3 pick, and they're going to ride heavy on that. Yeah, he's going to ride heavy on that. Jacksonville, I believe they will win, and they will show that, hey, it was Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was a cancer in the locker room, and they got rid of the cancer. So they're going through chemo, and now this is the beginning process of chemo. It's beaten.
They're in remission right now.
Yes, they are. They are. You're absolutely right. All right. That does it for that. Let's go to this other good game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Denver Broncos. Now, Denver Broncos is a 2.5-point favorite. Broncos did come off a win last week. I don't think they played anybody good, though. But they came off a win. Yeah, it was the Lions. I figured that. Bengals, on the other hand, they need this win because they still got a chance of winning the division. Now, Bengals did lose to the 49ers in overtime, and that was a really good game, too.
Yeah.
All right.
They came back late. Man, the 49ers look decent. I can't lie.
Right. So it's 2 players on the Bengals COVID, 3 on the Broncos. So really don't make no difference on that one, and none of them is like a key player. So Jesse, who you got in this
one? My picks are starting to trend towards I am a closet Broncos hater, and it doesn't change. They have a strong secondary, but I think Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and Joe Mixon. I think Joe Mixon bounces back. He had a poor showing last week. I think he'll have a good showing this week, and I think the 2 Joes and Jamar find a way to win at Very Mile High. I got the Bengals. What's the spread?
2.5.
2.5
Broncos.
for the Broncos. I get the Bengals outright. So there you go.
You go right. All right, Reggie. He picked the Broncos. He picked the Broncos. Now, my turn. I agree with Jesse, and I can say this myself. I'm starting to become a Broncos hater. However, I really believe that the Broncos are good. They are good. Just not good enough to beat the Bengals. I got the Bengals in this one. Joe Burrow would ball out. He definitely gonna get Jamar Chase in the game. I believe he gonna get Higgins in the game pretty good, and Uzma. He's gonna get him in the game also. And shockingly, Reggie did not want to bring up the fact of how Joe Mixon penetrates that hole. He's gonna penetrate the hole pretty damn well in this game right here. So I definitely have the Bengals in this one. Give me the Bengals.
You know what's crazy? You know, we talk and most people talk about Jamar Chase and how great he's been and everything. Uh, Higgins has actually got more target. He's the number one targeted receiver as of late. Uh, so I think Joe Burrow is starting to understand if I can mix it up, we can put some good drives together.
That is true. That is true. Higgins have been balling. I ain't gonna lie to you. T. Higgins have been balling. All right, let's get to this one. This is a quick one right here. We got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the San Francisco 49ers, in which the 49ers are a 9.5 point favorite. Now, I know we all got the 49ers, right?
I do. I do.
Okay, me too. What they cover? 9.5. COVID. COVID. You wanted some COVID updates on San Fran?
If if uh
Nobody on COVID
nobody on COVID,
for for San Fran.
9.5 points.
Yeah.
If I was a betting man, I'd have to go. If I was a betting man, I'd have to go with the Falcons 9.5. But how we're picking, I've got the 49ers.
Okay. I got the 49ers too. Cover. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one. I'm not a betting man when it comes to that. And yeah, Reggie, he does have the 49ers. All right, let's move on to the next one. We got the Seattle Seahawks versus my LA Rams. Perfect timing because it's me and my wife's battle this weekend. So you already know what's going on in that situation. Rams are a 5.5 point favorite. Now, have you not heard from our list of who's on COVID? Rams have a lot. To be honest with you, we got 30 people on COVID, and that's Von Miller, Odell, Terrell Burgess is a DB, Joseph Day, Tyler Higbee, Higbee is off the COVID. Jalen Ramsey, Daryl Henderson, Rob Havenstein, the offensive tackle. Yeah, we got a lot of people on COVID. Seahawks, they got people on COVID too. Seahawks have Tyler Lockett and Alex Collins as of right now. So, Jesse, who you got in this one?
All that being said, and all the hurting that they got going on defensively with the COVID crap, I still got the Rams and they cover. Seahawks defense is soft.
So you got the Rams. So we all got the Rams because Reggie got the Rams too. So with all of us picking the Rams, I'm not getting none this weekend. All right, moving on to the next one. We got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Green Bay Packers, man, they're hot, man. They balling. 10-3, 4-3 on the road. Ravens 8-5, 5-1 at home. Only problem is we don't know if Lamar Jackson's going to play. That ankle injury is bothering him as of right now. And I don't think they have any COVID problems. It's just the effect of his injury. Yeah. Yeah,
I don't think the Packers got any COVID issues either.
They got 4.
4.
They got 4. Let me look at the Green Bay Packers. They have 1, and that's Kenny Clark. So who you got in this
one? Yeah, I've got the Packers in this one. They are just too much to handle. Their defense has been on the rise for the last month. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. Knows what to do, when to do it, and how. Too many questions for the Ravens. We don't know about their running back situation. It's lacking. We don't know about the former MVP, Lamar Jackson, if he's going to be able to play. We know they're hurting on the defensive side. They've got some guys. I know a key guy out for the year. I've got the Packers in this win, even though Baltimore is playing at home and that we're in the middle of December. Guess what? Baltimore weather and Green Bay weather is not very much different. I've got to go with the Pack.
All right. Reggie agrees with you 100%. And so do I. I got the Packers, man. Lamar Jackson has been playing terrible. And their whole defense has been beat down by injuries. Aaron Rodgers is going to have a field day. I don't see anybody stopping Devontae Adams. I don't see nobody stopping Aaron Jones. I don't see nobody stopping A.J. Dillon. Packers win this one, and they cover, at least by 7. At least by 7.
What was the spread?
5.5.
Oh, yeah. They cover easy.
All right. Let's go to Sunday Night Football, baby. We got the New Orleans Saints on the road taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers are a 11-point favorite. Tom Brady, the GOAT, taking on one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in NFL history.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. You damn right. So, in this battle, it deserves a solo. Who you got? The GOAT or the dual threat?
Well, comes down to the defense in this situation. And honestly, I have more faith in the Buccaneers defense, even though Josh Allen and his offense exploited some things late in that game. They also have the GOAT to go ahead and get them through in overtime over the Saints. The Saints are getting better. They're getting stronger offensively. I think Taysom Hill is starting to become a little more comfortable. We know he's a dual threat. We know he can run the ball. He's throwing the ball decently. Their defense is still a good defense, but it's not what we expected as of late. I think they lose this one. I got Tampa Bay and the GOAT.
Okay. So you got the Bucks. All right.
What'd you say the spread was?
11.
Ooh. I don't know if they cover, but they win.
You don't know if they cover, but they do get the dub. All right. So for me, I'm going to be honest with you. Saints have no chance. I got the Buccaneers in this one, and I just want to let y'all know that they have no chance. They really don't. I don't see them winning. You know
Reggie
why?
got the Saints, don't he?
I got the Bucks. Oh, Reggie?
Reggie got the Saints. He said no more freebies either.
He said no more freebies. He said no more freebies. All right. Let's get to the last but not least. We got the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football on the road taking on the Chicago Bears. Now, Vikings, 5.5-point favorites. Vikings, 6-7, 2-5 on the road. That's not good. Your Bears 4-9, 2-4 at home. That's not good either. But one of y'all gonna have to get y'all third win, whether it's on the road or at home. Jesse, you know I got
Before you leave, COVID update.
COVID update. Let's go to the COVID update, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's start with the Chicago Bears. I want to do with the Chicago Bears first. Chicago Bears, yes, they got 1, 2, 3. They got 10. And they got Eddie Jackson, Allen Robinson, Eddie Goldman, Mario Edwards, Ryan Nall. And that's pretty much it. Now,
Okay.
when it comes to, I don't know why my music stopped. When it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, let's look at theirs. Minnesota Vikings have 7. And most of them are on offense. D.D. Westbrook, Alexander Madison. That's pretty much the only 2 that's really known. So, who you
That being said, as much as I would love to see the Bears win a division game this week at home, I'm not giving that freebie away. We got to go with the Vikings, Kirk Cousins offense, even though Adam Thielen is questionable with his ankle. Justin Jefferson is going to be way too much for the secondary in Chicago. Dalvin Cook's going to gash us. We couldn't do anything with A.J. Dillon this last week. Dalvin Cook, in my opinion, is a far better runner of football. We're going to have our hands full and be lucky to get out of there without him being embarrassed. We should have been embarrassed this last week. Thankfully, for special teams and Jalen Grant and his juking and jiving, we weren't. It wasn't as bad as it truly was.
Okay. So you got the Vikings. Okay. Reggie, he got the Vikings too. Just to show you. My turn. Yeah, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Your team has not been playing good as of late. Even though they did have a really good game against the Packers. They really did. They just couldn't stop Aaron Rodgers. So, obviously, Aaron Rodgers still have ownership in that area. However, when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins find ways to win, but he also find ways to lose. Dalvin Cook, he was a beast last Thursday. They have extra rest because not only they got the rest of the week on Thursday, they got a full week this week, including Sunday because they play on Monday. But I really like what Justin Fields did last week. I really do. I think that he had a really good game. And that special teams, man, that Grant kid, he's incredible. I believe that will make a difference. Special teams. Justin Fields will finally have a coming out party. And shockingly, I have the Bears. And one reason only. Kirk Cousins haven't won a Monday Night Football game his whole entire career.
Who?
Kirk Cousins.
He gonna win it this Monday.
Not against your Bears,
you know who else ain't won a Monday Night Football game his entire career?
He's 0-9.
Justin Fields.
Right. And he finna get his very first one.
Hey, as much as I want to, I really do. I just, I don't see it, man. I don't. With Allen Robinson on the COVID list.
Allen Robinson ain't his favorite target.
It's not his favorite target, but Allen Robinson is going to command respect on the field.
That is true.
And I don't know who they're going to put out there. I'm going to be real with you.
That is true.
So
I like the running game. I like David Montgomery. I
but
like.
in the NFL, you know as well as I do, you can't be one dimensional. Hey, but here I am arguing your pick. Hey, that's just a W for me. I'll take
Okay.
two freebies.
Okay. If the Bears end up winning this game, you're gonna be pretty pissed off.
I'm
Especially
not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be happy they won. I'm gonna be
especially
mad I didn't pick
if
them.
that game give me the lead. If this game gives me the lead going into next week, you're gonna be highly upset.
I don't think it can. I am not solo at all this week.
You ain't, are you?
No, I have no solo games.
Well, I got a lot of them. I got the Jacksonville one. I got this one. What else I'm solo in?
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it because we agree on everything else.
And
COVID.
Reggie got two. He got the Chargers and the Broncos.
Yeah, he got Chargers and Broncos.
I got no solo game.
No solo, man.
Y'all quit cheating off my damn paper.
Ain't nobody cheating on your paper. I really thought that you were gonna pick the Bears. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, man.
No, I can't. I just you said they played, the game, they had a decent game. They really didn't have a decent game. It just looked like they had a decent game on the scoreboard
Because of the special
because of special teams.
That's true.
Offense was struggling. Defense couldn't do. They held up for the first half, but after that, we can't make adjustments. Good teams can, and Devontae Adams goes nuts. So
I think I don't know.
it's a four-quarter game.
Kirk Cousins ain't gonna be able to do good. I really do. I believe your defense will be able to hold him if your defense can find a way to play and not have this coach. We shall see, though.
We shall see.
All right. We are done with week 15. 16 games. Nobody has a bye.
From here on out.
For the rest of the year. Man, this is going to be rough. But we should see who's going to be the victor by the end of the year. We shall see. Whatever. All right. We finna get up out of here. Before we go, Jesse, you got anything to say?
Love one another. I still love the Bears, but I'm in it to win it.
The loyalty in your voice, man. It sounds so smooth. All right. Me, on the other hand, I believe in the Bears. Bears will pull out the victory. And only thing else I got to say is fuck COVID. That's what I got to say. Fuck COVID. God damn it. Fuck COVID.
These games would have been a lot better this week. Real talk, a lot better without that stuff.
Fuck COVID. That's all I got.
The Washington Philly game.
This is terrible.
That should be a game, and it's not going to be one.
Because of COVID.
The Browns and the Raiders.
That should have been a game.
It's not.
Actually thought it was going to be a really good game. And I really was thinking about picking the Raiders anyway. But now it just made it more convincing to pick the Raiders.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I was all about the dog pound, but
they can't do it.
They ain't got nobody.
They don't. They really don't.
Everybody's on COVID.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. All right. Well, we finna watch this Thursday night football game. Like always, we give you our salute. And we see y'all next week. We will have a show next week even though it is Christmas time, we still have a show because Christmas is on a Saturday. So
correct. So Christmas Eve is Friday. We'll be able to knock this out Thursday like normal.
And we'll do the same thing for New Year's. So we will continue this. We're not stopping. All right. We out.
Peace. See you later, man.
All right, man.